3 seconds of silence, and then Stalingrad answered with a crack that split the air. In the shattered ruins of Stalingrad, where entire streets had been reduced to broken stone and frozen dust, Soviet women snipers became some of the most feared shadows on the battlefield. They moved through collapsed buildings and cratered alleyways with a patience that turned time itself into a weapon. Their mission was not random fire or mass engagement, it was precision. German officers, radio operators, and forward observers who coordinated assaults. Removing them meant collapsing enemy command lines into confusion, and in the chaos of urban warfare, that confusion was deadly. Each shot was not just survival, but disruption of an entire machine of war. Their lives were shaped by extremes. They often endured hunger, exhaustion, and the bitter Stalingrad cold that froze metal and numbed fingers to the bone. Many slept in rubble or abandoned basements, constantly shifting positions because standing still meant becoming predictable, and predictability meant death. Supplies were inconsistent, medical care was scarce, and even basic shelter was a luxury. They lived surrounded by the constant soundscape of war. Distant artillery, collapsing buildings, and the sudden crack of rifles echoing through broken streets. Inside their own ranks, the experience was not always supportive. Female snipers, though officially recognized for their value, sometimes faced skepticism and dismissive attitudes from male Soviet soldiers who doubted their presence in frontline combat roles. Some accounts from the Eastern Front period describe verbal harassment and social isolation, where women had to prove not only their effectiveness against the enemy, but their right to be there at all. This internal tension added another layer of psychological strain on top of the already brutal conditions of urban warfare. Against the Germans, the danger was constant and very personal. German troops, aware of sniper presence, often retaliated fiercely when they suspected female operators were involved, partly due to propaganda framing them as unusual and unsettling opponents. Captured snipers faced the same brutal treatment as other Soviet prisoners. Harsh interrogation, deprivation, and in many cases summary execution depending on circumstances. The war in Stalingrad left little room for mercy on either side, and survival often depended on staying unseen longer than the enemy could endure. Yet despite everything, these women became a silent force that shaped the tempo of battle. Every successful shot forced German units to hesitate, to move more cautiously, to second-guess exposed positions. That hesitation, multiplied across days and weeks of urban fighting, slowed advances that otherwise might have overwhelmed the city more quickly. Their role was not just individual survival, it was psychological warfare played out through precision and patience. In the end, their legacy in Stalingrad is not only about marksmanship, but endurance under conditions designed to break people down completely. They operated in a world of collapsing stone, freezing wind, and constant uncertainty, where every breath could give away a position and every second of hesitation could be fatal.